Hello everyone, I hope I'm audible and visible too. So, welcome to the live, and in this live, definitely I would make it helpful for everybody. What is happening? I hope I'm completely visible and audible too. And yeah, in this live, and definitely I'll share something fruitful and interesting for all of you. Okay, and if you are ready, if you can listen to me, let me know and keep sending your comments. It would help me. Okay, so first of all, we'll talk about some idioms, and if you don't know, then if you know, then you can answer. If you don't know, then I'll help you to answer that. Okay. Okay, fine. Let's start with some idiom first of all. Okay. Recently, I prepared these idiom, and I want everybody to answer. If you don't know, I'll definitely help you. Okay. So first one is that elephant in the room. Elephant in the room. That first idiom we have is elephant in the room. What does that mean? Elephant in the room. What do you understand by this? Okay, I'll give you a few seconds and then I'll give the answer. So, okay, let me answer you. Elephant in the room, that means there is a big problem which should be talked about, but nobody is talking about that problem, or the big problem is completely ignored by the people. So I can say elephant in the room. Now next one is that cutting corners. Cutting corners means doing something quickly and cheaply but not well. That is cutting corners. Simply when you do something quickly, I mean you can finish that work in a less time but you are not productive with that. So this is called cutting corners and cut the corners. Hi, Bholenath. Hello, good evening. Okay, one more is there, hold your horses. What would be the meaning of this one? Hold your horses. If you know, you can answer me, otherwise, I'll help you. Okay, hold your horses means you need to you need to control yourself. Some people get so excited easily, some people so overwhelmed in any incident. So, where we can use this one hold your horses. You should always hold your horses. You should not be aggressive suddenly or in a less time. Next one, I'm going to share that here on the grapevine. Here on the grapevine. This one is, if you can guess even, then you can answer. Here on the grapevine. And recently I heard that. Okay, I can share. So the idiom is that here on the grapevine, that means to learn something through gossip or rumors. We all hear on the grapevine, right? Everybody is just talked about us, some gossip and rumors. So we can say, yes, I heard it on the grapevine. Okay, what do you understand by monkey mind? Any idea? Monkey mind. When we say that she has a monkey mind. Monkey mind, that word suggests itself. Monkey who cannot stay at one place, always shifting, always moving. So where I can use that monkey mind. Children always have a monkey mind. Okay, next one is phrase I'm that sharing. Smell out. Smell out means when you figure it out about others' mind. Are you doing PhD? Yeah, I'm doing PhD. I think I mentioned about it. or if not, that I mention it in my conversations videos. Now I have question for you, that if there is somebody who is so selective, so choosy, and not content in anything and or any situation, so which word can we use for them? Someone who is very choosy, very selective, so in this situation we can use this word picky or fussy. That is called in Hindi nakrebaz. So picky and fussy word we can use it. Meanwhile, if you have any question or anything, you can ask me. Okay, what would be the meaning of beat around the bush? This is something very common. I think we all know about it, but still I want to check that if you can recall at this moment or not. Beat around the bush. If you know the answer, please let me know. Beat around the bush. Beat around the bush when you are talking about everything except your main point. You are not picking up, you are not talking about the main point. Suppose that you are asking me about my PhD and I'm talking about something else. I mean, right now you asked me just, are you doing? So I said yes. If you want to go, if you want to know more, if you want me to elaborate this idea and this concept, I mean, what, how, and where, and I'm not talking about that, I'm just talking about something else. So, where you can say that please don't beat around the bush and just come back to the point. So, this is something that you can use. Actually, we have so many idioms that mainly I used in my classes. So, but this time I just wanted to share something new that I have learned lately, so that it could be new, something for the people. Yeah, recently I was just checking something, some course and all. So where I found that one amazing video and that really helped me. Mainly this is related to corporate and business, but I thought that the people, they are having their online session or online classes, they can also, how can I improve my vocabs? It's very simple. You have to do practice every single day. You have to learn vocabulary every single day. Not plenty of vocabulary, but you can just learn two vocab, three vocab, and try to construct sentences as much as you can. Connect these vocabulary with a real life situation, or if this is describing words, adjectives, then definitely you can connect these vocab with any personality or any person who is close to you. Suppose that I have to say that picky or fussy. Yeah, so this is the word that we can use for describe somebody, where I can use that my sister is so picky. Okay, or children are so picky, my brother is so fussy. In this context you can use it. That's how you can use it. Once you connect, because I understand basic to advanced level English. Oh, that's great. And are you comfortable in speaking also, or do you have any problem? What I feel that if we can understand, then speaking is not a big deal, because speaking comes from listening. If you can understand, definitely you will be habitual in listening as well, and listening helps you a lot. You don't need to go to the Google or find the words separately. Just do one thing, okay? I can suggest you something. Normally I do that. Make a to-do list. If you can't make a to-do list, then definitely just make sure that one task should be mandatory, that is listening. And in listening you can pick up any video, 5 minute, 10 minute, 3 minute, sorry, 15 minute. Okay, at least it should be 10-minute video. And while listening to that video, you will find so many. Make sure to sit with the uh, diary or pen or paper, whatever. If you say that no, it would be very easy because if we start writing then we can't focus on listening, then nothing is wrong. You can listen to that audio twice or thrice, right? Even if you don't have time, no need to make a notes. Just pick up two vocabulary from that audio and save it from anywhere, in your phone, notebook, or anywhere. I think this much effort you can put if you really want to achieve something. So best suggestion is that start listening 10-minute video. Choose any two vocabulary from that. Write it down in your notebook or in your diary. Later on, once you get free, start constructing sentences for 5 sentences each vocabulary. And whatever you are doing, just try to search about that synonyms and antonyms and all. This is completely optional, but mandatory task is that do listening, select two vocabulary, construct sentences, that's it. And then you have to start using it in your while speaking, whatever you are doing. Long story short is that you have to inculcate at least two vocabulary through three vocabulary on daily basis. Okay, I think I'm getting a call. Sorry, I was getting call. I just hanged up that. I didn't receive. It was not so important. Yeah. So that's what I was asking about vocabulary. Simple and easy trick or easy technique that you can apply on yourself. I can understand more complex NCRT 12th grade English story and native British speakers. Oh, but that's great. That means you are also comfortable with different accent like British and American. Most of the people have this problem. They are not comfortable with the different accents. They only want to listen to the Indian accent. Yeah. And if you are the one who is very comfortable, so it's like a cherry on the cake if you start using amazing vocabulary. So mainly where do you face problem, which is the area where you want to improve yourself? If I'm not wrong, I think you are working on your speaking skills, is it? Fine. So this is something about vocabulary I have shared, and I have shared in my previous session. I used to listen British English 1 hour every day. Oh my god, that's amazing. So can you suggest that channel? Which do you use a specific channel? I mean, do you listen to that audio from the specific channel, or you like to explore different channels or different videos every single day? So you said that you used to listen, but nowadays are you not doing it? What is the reason if you are not doing it nowadays? Okay, so many. Yeah, so you can write down some of the names. It would be easy. I will. to the people they really want to do. Even I also want to improve my American and British accent, but Luke English podcast, let me note down. I would go through with that and I'll definitely check it. So that means you can easily adapt their accent as well, yeah. Because if we want to, let me note down. I'll check it after this. Because if you are comfortable in different kind of accents like American and British and all, so sorry, yeah, then you can definitely speak it also. Because different accent is only the difference. They have the way of speaking. Pronunciation is completely different. My English coach, okay, another one. I'll check all these because nowadays I really want to work on my accent and pronunciation as well. I think one more channel I am not able to recall where I have visited. I think I found it so interesting where I think this is, yeah, I am following some channels also like Lucy English and Teacher Tiffany, yes, and some of the native speakers that I am following nowadays because they have amazing techniques, amazing tricks that they share, and I really like their accent as well. So Lucy English, Teacher Tiffany, mm, I'm not able to recall right now. This is something happen I think for everybody. But British English is also different from ours. Okay. Yeah, spellings are also different and accent is absolutely different. In most of the accent it happen like we always pronounce ra so loudly like car, bar, like this Indian accent I'm talking about. But when it comes to British and American accent, they do not pronounce ra as a sound. It's like car, bar, like this. T sometimes they pronounce like a D, like we say water, they say it's water, water. So I have I think watched some of the videos, but this will come by practicing. In English there is a lot to learn, really. Oh, yeah. Mainly I know about two words like R in Indian accent pronounced so loudly like father, mother, brother, and in another accent, I think British accent if I'm not wrong, or American. I'm getting. So they do not pronounce it like they say father, mother, brother, and tea like water, cat. So they don't pronounce T as a T. They pronounce a T as a D, like water, cart. Really, but this is really amazing. Once you start learning it, you can indulge yourself completely. And a lot to learn, really. As I am having my sessions and all, where people just come and say that I want to learn so that I can speak. And they have the myth in their mind that within 1 month, 2 months, and 3 months, they will be fluent and they would able to communicate with others. And but to be very honest, it is a time taking process. I have been in this journey from I think 3 years, almost 3 years, From last 2 years I've been teaching, and still I feel, or I don't know the rule of this pronunciation. I need to learn this. I need to learn this. I'm always chasing these things, the perfection. One more thing, I never translate any sentences into my native language. This is amazing. This is really amazing. Really, most of the people committing the same mistake. You are the one, okay, who are not doing it. So that's great. I'm happy to hear it from you. And rarely I find people who says that I don't translate it. Otherwise, 80-90% people, they always say that I need to translate, I need to think it. But this is the biggest mistake that we people are making as a learners. In my classes, I also teach them that you should not do it. Get rid from the habit of this translation. Eventually, this is not going to be help you. Yeah, what I was saying, let me come back to the point. Mm, a lot to learn. Yes, a lot to learn. Even when I take 1 month to 2 month break in the sense means I just observe everything or every exchange. Sorry, every action. Sorry. That's great. It's a good habit. So, yeah, I can say that, we all are just language learning. Language learning is not important, language acquisition is important. And we are taking it as a language. Just I am joining class, ma'am will give me homework. I mean, I'm um, also having people, I'm training so many people and student, so they just want, language learning is really not helping. This will not help you ever if you have this mindset. As we learn our mother tongue Hindi, this is not about learning. This is language acquisition. Acquisition means you have to put yourself, or you have to make the environment of English everywhere. But people really don't understand this. Language acquisition is very important. Okay, here I can share some of the warm-ups or some of the activities that you can do. First of all, I want to know that what kind of activities do you try to yourself for speaking practice, and then I'll definitely share it my activities, what I do with my students or with me as well. Is there any activity that you want to mention, that you did it in your learning phase or still you are doing it? Okay, I'll tell you. So here's the first activity which I like a lot, which is that story starter. If you have any idea, you can support me and you can tell me further. So first activity that I really love to do, that story starter. Story starter is means there is only one formula, and that's listen and speak. That's true. Only one formula, that's listen and speak. That's true. But along with that, we should also have some activities, I mean, which I feel that so our learning will not become so monotonous. So there's a one activity that I'm going to share. I'm going to talk about that, which is story starter. What actually we do in story starter, we just pick it up, 2-3 line, we speak 2-3 line of that story, and then we ask our student or the person who wants to practice, even if you are doing practice with your friend, uh, with anyone, okay, so you can ask this person to continue this story. Suppose that I can say, yesterday I was going to school, and meanwhile I found a dog. That dog was so hungry, So I thought to feed him something, and then I brought then I bought some biscuits, and I was just feeding him, and the dog just started eating that biscuits. And then I can ask others to continue with this story, and then other person can continue this story. And you can do this activity alone as well. You can go to the Google or Chat GPT. You can find out a lot of story starter, and then you can do this activity. I do it with myself. I love this one. I hope you understood the activity which I have shared right now. Oh, it's time. Okay, then I have where there is a will, there is a way. Is it right? Yeah, of course. Where there is a will, there is a way. It is absolutely right. Okay, now it's time to leave, and I'll come tomorrow again with another activity, another vocabulary, and another idiom. So, good night and keep learning. Thank you for joining. I'm so grateful to the people who have joined.